Solve now. We're on with rack 3. Made the one in the side off as breaking the opening rack, but not this time.
Two. If he can, he might try and bump the red 3. Yeah, that's what he tried. 2 for 1. He's
Liu, told you earlier, won the first rack, now won the second as well. He could play. Looking good here. This, say, pretty much with certainty. Looks like he's certainly got the tools to at least significantly trouble Chua in this match. Liu Chien leads for the second time. The Greek nation. 2-1 here to Liu.
Oh yeah, he had angle. Had to force it a little bit, to be fair. Cue balls ended up. Lots of cue power. Actually, over. He's actually done really well there. He's been fortunate, we know that.
14th, but of course he had a very good World Championship, and the points on offer there were absolutely colossal. That said, I do. Wins. Including one against Jason Shaw here. Events. He wasn't able to put together a proper run in any of them. So Johann Chua continuing the pattern here. He's gone behind twice, and on both occasions he's drawn level. So it's 2-all. David.
Come above the 9. Didn't avoid the 9. Now, almost certainly, he's going to lead for the third. From Chua came up dry. Liu Chien has done the rest, and he does indeed lead once again by a single rack at 3-2. Wow, might be the strangest break we've ever seen. What happened there?
Well, I was going to ask you to explain that. That's just... Yeah, not surprising he took his time over that. He knew.
It's close, you know. Yeah, good bank. How's he coming?
big pool-playing countries like Philippines and Chinese Taipei, as I was saying. Players who we don't know a huge amount about within the pool world, but really only among proper hardcore people, and then he ends up almost winning the tournament. And just as I'm saying all that, Liu Chien has missed a 7. Almost as bad.
Playing just to the right of me. I've stood up 3 times and he's been at the table and he's played 3 awful shots every time I've stood up.
Like he was going 2 behind at 4-2. But a really unexpected miss on the 7 from Liu Chien. And Chua has taken full advantage so far. Once again. And it's 3-all.
Yeah, I do like the fact
back in June, lost the first against Alex Montpellier of France. Oh, hang about.
What a highlight reel shot Chua has just played. He was chasing the 9 with a cue ball. As it come down table, I thought, that looks really close. What a beauty. Yeah, missed it by some weight.
Shane Van Boning, meanwhile, has won the 4th rack to draw that.
Well, I just stood up again, Michael. Jason Shaw's on the 1 ball and missed it. That's unbelievable. 4 from 4.
The thing is, Jason... Well, the story of this match so far really has been mistakes of varying degrees on both sides and the extent to which the 4th time they're level.
Wow, he's just not hitting him with any type of speed whatsoever. Yeah, needed some help there, didn't it? He's left this nicely now.
The partner of Johann Chua in that World Cup win in Spain last year. Philippines took the title for record-breaking 4th time. And yeah, Aranis. You know, we marvelled about how well the Philippines played again in the semis against Austria. And I remember in the final at one stage, I was having a quick look to see what was the biggest ever margin of victory in a World Cup towards the end of that. Left Chua an opportunity, and it looks as though he's going to exploit to the full. And Chua leads once again at 5 racks to 4. Yeah, that's the thing about those shots like the one he left there. One away from single elimination. 5-4 Chua. That is the first time that either player has made the one in the side.
Just having a look. Obviously not kicking. Could make this ball if he hits it right in the corner. Maybe the side. It's going close. Hands for Chua. shot, you're perfect place on the 9 ball.
Chua put paid to him in the last 16. And then had a surprisingly comfortable win against the Spanish Open champion Dang Junhui in the quarters, playing in the World Masters next spring. He's obviously, as we were saying earlier, given himself. We often see matches, don't we, where one player goes in as big favourite. Left himself more work to do in that regard than you would have anticipated. The 9 is made, though. Johann Chua becomes the first player to lead by more than a single rack at any stage of this contest.
Well, the cue ball tried to go in a couple of pockets there. Didn't want to go. Well, got to have steady hands for that shot.
Ah, fine shot this from Chua. Comes in for all the matches across the different tables. But now, in terms of trying to build the profile of the sport and attract an audience, it really is.
We always seem to think the first shot we see is the correct shot to play.
I know Jeremy often comments on Shane Van Bonen and how, when it comes to than he would have liked, but this is much more straightforward than the one in rack 10. Never really likely to miss that. So now, Johann Chua pulled away. 3 qualification on Thursday.
Yeah, if you do want to check out the draw and stay in touch with all the other matches, all the live scores, just head over to WNT Live.
Oh, nicely played. Okay, so this could be the start of Liu. Good chance to send notice that Liu is still in this. Missed 1 or 2 balls he perhaps shouldn't have, but then again, you could say the same about the much more experienced opponent he's up against, so.
That's for sure.
Too anxious. Back to only 2 behind at 7-5. Basically, his task was to win.
The table, so he may be able to get an angle to break out 2 balls off this ball.
Michael. That's 8-5 then. So needed to win half a dozen in a row. So that's 2 done. It was Johann Chua.
Yeah, just trying to use the 8 ball. Bit of an odd shot from Chua, kind of like.
So there's obviously been another one along the way as well, because it's now saying 8-6.
Yeah, I mean, there's not been another one since he potted that 9 because he's at the table off the break. Trying to find that little gap in between the 8 ball and the brown 7, which he has done. Yeah, it was a classy.
Hey, he's getting through them very quickly as well, isn't he?
Yep, he did win the rack, Michael. So that's another one on the board.
So what? That was 8-3, wasn't it, at one stage? Yeah. So
of the arena.
Sean's been involved in so many really dramatic matches and big events over the last year or two, on both sides of them as well. Sometimes as winners, to get to the hill. Oh, but he's massively overcut that one.
Wow. Deceleration. I think he's going to have to play the bank shot. Yeah, classy bank. Well, both players have had opportunity. But he's missed the bank. Where's the cue ball going to finish? This needs to keep rolling. Just got there.
Relying on a bit of good fortune and perhaps a touch of good judgment as well. Well, what an eventful rack that was. Both players, as you say, perhaps had let off against the British player, Chris Alexander. 5-3 to the pole. And as we've been saying, Jason Shaw back to only 1 behind now against Liu Chien at 8 racks to 7.
Obviously, you don't want to go into the losers or the left side of the draw, as some people call it. Picked up, but that's the beauty. The trophy rather, with a loss next to the name. Fedor Gorst, the world champion, lost in the double elimination rounds.
For Liu Chien needs to win all of the 4 remaining racks.
Let's have a little nose in.
The man he beat to win the US Open in 2017 has got more problems because so close for so much of the way. And then 8-6, well, that's the sort of scoreline that starts to put fear into a player. For Liu to get it back to 8-6.
Shaw has potted the 3.
And in no time at all, that's happened as well. From 8-3 down, 5 in a row in, I don't know, 20 minutes? And there's still some more pool to be played in this match because Liu Chien knocked
it away, and he's
when
at
he came
the
to
table now. The table's opened up, Michael. He's got 4 balls left. He's on the green 6.
Meanwhile, back here, is this a big mistake? 9-8, and he will face Darren Appleton for a place in single elimination. Well, perhaps the one wasn't on.
Found that gap, didn't he?
That has to be done before he gets to that stage, but just underlines how the opportunities can present themselves even when you're a good bit behind in a match.
Didn't see that coming. He may have to play the jump. Possible swerve it. He'll swerve it in towards the bottom rail.
Yeah, so there've been a number of times in this match. Johann Chua now has a great chance to finish this off. He came into the match as a big favourite. He was behind a number of times early on. Missed an absolute 7-4. He was again 3 clear at 8-5. Liu stayed in the contest by winning the previous rack. So straightforward 9 then to finish it all off. And the World Cup winner from the Philippines, Johann Chua, has defeated Liu Chien by 9 racks to 6. We didn't know much about Liu before the match. Yes, he's